Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel for another daily breakdown. Today is Tuesday, and we are diving deep into everything that just went down on our favorite soap for July 16. Grab a coffee or whatever you need, because we have a massive amount of ground to cover today and the drama is incredibly messy. Let's just jump right into it. So let's start with the absolute emotional train wreck happening over at Eric's house. Will Spencer actually showed up at Eric's place today to beg Electra for forgiveness. And honestly, I have to say, it was kind of pathetic, but also really, really sad. Like, we all know Ivy is the one who ruined everything with that stupid intercepted letter a few months ago. Ivy is the villain here, but Will is the one paying the ultimate price right now. He is just standing there in the Forrester mansion, basically in a full-blown sobbing crisis, begging this girl to take him back. And I get it, I really do. He loves her. But at the same time, you guys, it's just so hard to watch a grown man cry like that over a relationship that was already hanging by a thread anyway. Just totally devastated. Electra is standing there, and you can tell she still loves him. She really does. The actress played it so well today. But she is also completely hyper-aware of the fact that Forresters and Spencers just do not mix. They never have, and they never will. I mean, look at the history of this show. Look at Bill and Ridge. Look at Brooke and Katie and all the endless, exhausting chaos. It's a literal blood feud half the time. So Electra is trying to be the logical one here, which is weird for her, but she's trying her best. She's telling herself that she owes Forrester Creations her loyalty. She owes them to do what they want, to stay away from the Spencer drama and focus on her career. But it's easier said than done when the guy you love is literally weeping in your living room. It's hard to turn your back on a guy when he's in the middle of a total meltdown. You just want to hug him and say it's going to be okay. But maybe I'm being too soft on Will right now. I don't know. Actually, changing my mind here, maybe he deserves this for not fighting harder earlier. Or for fighting J in the office instead of just talking to Electra like a normal person weeks ago. Okay, that sounded a bit harsh, but you get what I mean. He let his Spencer pride get in the way for so long, and now he's just a puddle of tears. And honestly, I was almost starting to root for them to just hug it out and get back together today, because the RJ alternative is just, RJ is acting so arrogant lately, channeling his inner Massimo Marone, and I just cannot stand it. I really can't. RJ is probably lurking in a hallway somewhere, just waiting for Will to fail. And then, of course, because this is a soap opera and nobody can ever just have a private, uninterrupted conversation, Eric Forrester suddenly walks in. Eric just abruptly comes home, walks right into the middle of this heavily emotional, sobbing scene, and completely shuts it down. And he doesn't just interrupt them. He goes full patriarch mode. Eric looks right at Will and demands that he stay away from his family. Just flat out, no hesitation, stay away from my family. And wow. Eric is usually the softer one, right? He's usually the one offering people a martini and trying to mediate the peace. But not today. Today, Eric is drawing a hard, aggressive line in the sand. And you have to wonder if this is about Will specifically, or if this is just Eric being completely sick and tired of the Spencer family as a whole. Bill Spencer has caused so much pain for the Forresters over the decades. The corporate takeovers, the blackmail, the balcony falls. Eric is just not having it anymore. It's like he's projecting all of his historical hatred for Bill onto poor Will, who is just standing there crying over a girl. It's brutal. It really is brutal to watch. But it also makes for great TV, so I'm not complaining too much. I just wonder how Electra is going to handle this going forward. Is she going to listen to Eric? Probably. She already said she feels like she owes FC her loyalty. So Eric telling Will to leave is basically the final nail in the coffin for these two, at least for now. We all know nobody stays broken up forever on this show, but this feels pretty final for the summer. So while all of that teenage-level angst is happening at the Forrester mansion, things are completely melting down at the actual Forrester Creations office. Let's talk about the corporate fashion drama, because it is absolutely wild right now. So Ridge had completely paused the haute couture collection. Why? Because the newly formed Logan fashion house, Katie's new solo venture, just suddenly dropped their own collection out of nowhere. And it caused massive shockwaves in the industry. It threw everyone a massive curveball. The press is absolutely eating it up, but not in a good way. The press isn't talking about the fabrics or the hemlines or the actual fashion designs. They are talking about the gossip. The behind-the-scenes catfights. The fact that Katie Logan Spencer is running a rival fashion house and trying to poach Hope, while Brooke is over here trying to take Steffi's co-CEO job. It is a massive, messy family feud spilling out into the public eye, and the fashion media is just feeding on it like sharks in the water. And Steffi? Oh my God, Steffi is furious. She is absolutely livid today. Eye on Fashion reached out for an interview request, and Steffi just lost her mind over it. She hates this kind of cheap PR. She hates when the company looks messy and disorganized, and right now Forrester Creations looks like an absolute circus. Steffi wants to be respected as a serious businesswoman. She wants to talk about global sales and marketing strategy. But instead, she's fielding trashy questions about her step-aunt's rival company and all the Logan family drama. It's humiliating for her. And you know Steffi, when she gets humiliated, she gets angry. She is going to lash out, and I am honestly terrified for whoever is in her path right now. Probably Hope. It's always Hope who catches the stray bullets when Steffi is mad. But Ridge and Eric finally sit down and realize they have to do something to control the narrative. They can't just let Katie and the Logan brand dominate the news cycle with cheap gossip. So what do? The only thing Forresters ever do when they have a PR problem, they decide to use a fashion show as a distraction. Ridge and Eric decide they are going to restart the haute couture line specifically to distract the press from the Logan drama. It's a classic Forrester move. Throw some glitter and some incredibly expensive gowns at the problem and hope the reporters stop asking about the family civil war. Will it work? Probably not. The press loves a scandal way more than they love a beaded gown. But it's their only play right now. They are desperate to change the conversation, and haute couture is the biggest weapon they have in their arsenal. Now, let's pivot to the most heartbreaking part of the entire episode. And honestly, this was really tough to watch today. I actually teared up a bit. We need to talk about Daphne and Carter. We've known for a few weeks now that they were struggling to conceive, and Daphne had gone to the doctor to get checked out. Well, today she got the diagnosis, and it is absolutely devastating. It's clearly severe infertility, and Daphne is just completely broken by it. She is so devastated that she literally cannot even go back to work. She is just paralyzed by this overwhelming grief. And you guys, my heart just breaks for her. She wanted this so badly. She and Carter were so eager to start a family, and to just have a doctor sit you down and tell you that it's probably not going to happen. It's crushing. Daphne feels like she failed. She actually feels like she broke a promise to Carter. She promised him a family, a baby, a future, and now she feels like she's letting him down. It's such a toxic way to view yourself, but it's so realistic. So many women feel that exact same guilt. when dealing with infertility. And I think the writers actually handled this really well today. It felt grounded. It didn't feel soapy or exaggerated. It just felt like real, raw human pain. Daphne is sitting there, unable to even function, just waiting for Carter to find out the news. But Carter, oh, Carter Walton, can we just give this man an award for being the absolute best guy on this show? Because Carter finds out the news, and he does not hesitate for a single second. He doesn't pull away, he doesn't get angry, he doesn't make it about his own disappointment. He just holds her and reassures her. He literally tells her, "I married you, not your uterus." And wow. Just wow. That line actually made me stop typing and just stare at the screen. It was so raw and so perfect. Hearing the word uterus on daytime TV was a little jarring at first, I won't lie, but it was exactly what she needed to hear. Carter has been through so many horrible, messy relationships. He has been cheated on, lied to, left at the altar. Think about Zoe. Think about Paris. Think about Quinn. He has just been dragged through the mud for years. He just wants to be loved. And he loves Daphne for exactly who she is, not just for her ability to give him a biological child. He made it so clear that he is not going to hold this against her. But even with that beautiful reassurance, you know this is going to be a huge hurdle for them. The episode kind of left off with the realization that these two have some massive decisions to make. Can their marriage really survive this kind of grief? I want to say yes, but this is a soap opera. Happiness is never permanent. They're going to have to look at surrogacy or adoption, or maybe they just decide to be a family of two. But the road ahead is going to be so hard for them. I just hope the writers don't use this as a cheap excuse to break them up, because Carter deserves a win for once in his life. He really, really does. So yeah, that was basically the episode. We had Will crying like a baby, Eric yelling at people, Steffi throwing a massive tantrum over a magazine interview, and Carter and Daphne breaking our collective hearts into a million pieces. It was a lot. It was a really heavy episode, but also kind of frustrating in parts. Like, I just want the fashion house drama to explode already. Stop pausing collections and just have a runway walk-off between Brooke and Katie. That's what we all want to see anyway. Let's be real. But I guess we have to wait and see what happens tomorrow. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. Am I being too mean to Will? Are you Team Forrester or Team Logan right now? How much do we love Carter? Let's discuss it all.
What do you guys think about today's drama? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for your daily dose of bold and beautiful news. See you in the next video.